And then she came out from her room and saw the house help eating and dragged his ear and started maltreating him, carried the little food they had given him and poured it on his head. This is how it began. This is the story of a house help who lived with his madam in her house. One day he was eating the very little food kept for him after all of his work. The food was very small and would not satisfy him, but he had no choice than to eat it. And while he was watching TV in his madam's house, the madam came out and saw him comfortably seated in our living room and dragged his ear and was very angry at the house help. She carried the plates and poured the food on his head and warned him not to ever be in our living room watching TV, sitting comfortably, when he should be walking outside and around the house. He was walking away, and then she was very angry and mad at him, and then he called him back saying, come back here, make sure you clean this place, go and bring broom to sweep this house. She was very mad at him because she maltreated him so bad. And then the house help came back with a broom to sweep the food he was supposed to eat, but she wasn't satisfied, so she went into her living room, and the house help was sweeping and was almost crying because he was being maltreated because he had no one to help him. And then was very sad and was about crying and had no choice than to sweep the food he was supposed to eat. While he was almost sweeping and was considering in his mind, what kind of life is this? And finally packed the food he was supposed to eat into the packer and was making sure everywhere was properly cleaned. And then his madam came out and poured clothes on his body and told him, make sure you wash all of these clothes once you finish sweeping. Come here. He dragged his ear and instructed him, make sure this particular clothes and all of them are properly washed. I don't want to see you in my living room comfortable and enjoying yourself. Now pack all of these clothes and go and wash them immediately. He called him once again, saying, make sure those clothes are clean. What did I say? Make sure those clothes are clean. Did you hear me? And he said, leave this house. And this is another day and she's watching TV in her living room, enjoying herself and relaxing. She was enjoying what she was watching and was smiling. Not too long, someone knocked on her door and she said, who is that? And told the person to come in. It was our childhood friend who had visited her in her apartment. She was very happy to see her and they both were happy to see each other. They sat and started catching up. So, you're looking so fine. And she said, you too, you're looking so fine as well. And then not too long, she asked, what will I offer you? She said, anything you offer me, I'll take. Anything is fine by me, just get me a drink. She said, okay, I'm coming. And then she left and our visitor was watching TV. She was enjoying the channel, and not too long, the owner of the house came back with 2 cups and a drink. She shook the drink and said, I'm sure you would like this drink, and turned in her own cup to entertain her friend. And they're smiling and gisting, and she picked up her own